back and finish up that ed puzzle. Okay, so we're moving on to frequency tables. It's just going to be a couple days, and you're going to have another quiz. The rest of the algebra students, this was part of the quiz from yesterday, and I didn't even like that quiz to begin with. I'm sorry? There's algebra classes on other teams. Yeah. So they actually did theirs one giant test. I wanted to break it up because this is kind of confusing. So you're welcome. Well, maybe you won't thank me tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. The test is not tomorrow. No. I'm just saying maybe you won't maybe you'll be like, thank you, but it's not like, I don't like this either. Okay. Here we go. Frequency tables. Frequency of an event is the number of times something happens. Yep, and if you didn't put the date already, I heard someone say it's a palindrome. 12, 1, 20. It's a palindrome, right? Forward and backward.
I like the other one. She was so confident.
Is there someone at the door?
Allie. Yeah, I heard you. Okay,
Okay, so on the ed puzzle yesterday, one of the things that, we'll use, you guys need red too, but you need red too. I just remembered. Here, I'll pass out red. I don't have a lot of them. Hey, what did you already get? Raise your hand if you need a red pencil.
Yeah. Thank you.
Watch out. I need it.
Okay, sorry about that. We're going to move on. We are going to move on. Me passing out red pencils should not be like yell fest.
What is happening? Like an earthquake. Everything keeps falling off from the people.
Okay, so yesterday you saw in the video where you would use the numbers you have to figure out the numbers you don't have, right? So this is like a logic puzzle, sort of. So this should add up, these two numbers would give me this total. These two numbers, I could subtract these to get this number, right? They all are connected. So go ahead and fill in the missing values on this very generic two-way frequency table. Just do that math out to the side.
Wait, I forget how to do subtraction.
Stop it.
Oh, I got 50. I got 54 too. Yeah. I think you're dividing. Yeah, she did. Oh, anyway.
Okay, so you're either adding or subtracting, working your way around the frequency table to fill in the missing values, right? So the first thing I did was I subtracted 118 minus 64, and I got 54. And then I had to do between 118 and 286 because, because that was the only one where I had 2 out of 3, and then I could work my way around. going to do some highlighting with our colored pencils. So I just did this. I highlighted this missing values in red.
Oh, I think it. Oh. That everything we are supposed to write in this is supposed to be red.
Yep, fill in the missing values in red based on what you know.
I knew that.
So check your work from the first one and then go ahead and start on the second one. So hopefully you recall this from the video yesterday, those of you that finished it. I don't know how many times I can put that out there.
She was so I went to other meeting and told her it was going to be.
All right, check your numbers.
Holy guacamole.
Notice that my yes rows add up, my no rows, my yes columns, no columns, and then this is the total, right? These two numbers should add up to this corner. These two numbers should add up to this corner. So that's the super basics of frequency tables. Super basics. Now we're going to move on to completed frequency tables and find certain types of frequencies. That's why we have colored pencils. Okay. So get your, let's see, what color did I have this one? Get your orange color pencil ready. Orange color pencil. She can share. There's none up there.
You can share.
You guys, my colored pencil supply has literally it's like they've grown legs and walked out of here. Like there was, I don't even know how many of each one, and now there's like maybe 10. So if you think maybe you have one of my colored pencils, no questions asked, just give it back because I need them for the other classes. All right, we're going to use this, we're doing joint relative frequency here. So let's go ahead and highlight this in orange. Joint relative frequency. And there's a very specific way to find each of these types of frequencies. So we're going to use the colored pencils to help us because when you highlight them, it like stands out and it becomes easier to be like, oh, well, I'm looking at these two values as opposed to, I don't even know what to do on this page, right? So we're going to use this frequency table below to find the joint relative frequency of the students surveyed who like football. So what I created here underneath is the fractions we're going to use to fill in to find the different frequencies. These are we don't have these numbers yet. So to find a joint relative frequency, you take the category over the total surveyed. Cool. So how many boys prefer football based on this?
24.
Right. So we're going to highlight the 24. And that's going to be our numerator. Because it says, oh wait, is this supposed to be just students? No, this should be boys. So up here, cross this out where it says students and write boys. Surveyed who like football. I'll have to fix that on my master copy.
Oh, the next.
So how many total students were surveyed?
30.
How many?
30. 60.
60 is over here.
I think it's time for me to leave.
Yeah.
What? Okay, let me get you your pencil. Are you going somewhere fun for lunch for your birthday?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Portugal.
Oh. Is that the new one? Or that one in Are you going to really get on? Hot dogs? Is Chicago style? Yeah. Can you do it? Cake shake? Is that what it's called? Chocolate cake shake?
When did you do this?
You just want to watch the video, but maybe not on the Okay. So then we would take this fraction and we would turn it into the decimal value, which is 0.4. And then we would take that and put it as a percent.
Did you do that in your head?
Nope. I have it from last year. Nope. So I took something that we used last year. We had to cut and paste and everything. And I actually made this packet out of it because I didn't want you guys wasting time cutting and pasting, because let's face it. So anyway, that's how this got mixed up. Versus, boys, I was in a hurry. Okay, so let's do another joint relative frequency. So we're going to find the joint relative frequency of students who prefer sugar cookies, or excuse me, oatmeal cookies, and are female. So students that prefer oatmeal cookies and are female. So how many students that are girls prefer, oh, this should say oatmeal cookies, you guys. So many errors, sorry. Oatmeal. 10.
Bro, what?
So I'm going to fill in this box here. It's fine.
Can I have that big eraser?
What?
I need that big eraser.
You can come over and get, can you borrow an eraser? Is that what you're asking? Sure.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And then how many total students were surveyed about their cookie preference? 100. So that would be 10 out of 100, 0.1, 10%. Which I'm not going to lie, I think that's a little high for oatmeal cookies.
I like butterscotch oatmeal. I like
Nobody likes oatmeal cookies.
oatmeal cookies are not.
Okay, so joint relative frequency, you take a very specific section out of the total survey. Very specific section out of the total survey. Joint. Okay, let's move on to marginal. This is going to be in blue. Oh my gosh.
Thanks for helping out my.
Use the two-way frequency table below to find the marginal relative frequency of students surveyed who are male. So this is a little different. For this one, you take the total of the row or column. So our row is going to be just male students. So we take the total of that. How many are there?
42.
42 out of the total surveyed. So you get 0.7, which equals 70%. 70% of the people surveyed were male. I'm going to go ahead and just declare this as a biased survey. Just saying. But that's not what we're looking at today. We're just looking at frequencies. Okay, now we're going to do marginal relative frequency, and I already see the mistake here. Give me a second. Students who prefer, and this should say sugar down here. students who prefer sugar cookies. So again, we're going to look for the total of the row or column. So for sugar, it's going to be a column. And what is the total? 35. And how many were surveyed? 100. So that's 0.35, which is 35%. Sometimes the percentages won't work out like super accurate like that. Just round it to the nearest whole percent. Okay, we're going to stop right there. We will finish this after lunch.